Today I'm sewing the Picket Fence Block, and I've got a Fat Quarter Shop surprise for you too, so stay tuned.
Good morning, gifted crafters. It's crafting time.
Me and my friends are having a great time. It's not face to face, it's all online. We're all in our homes, miles away. Love them like my family, what can I say? My crafting show is on, it's my time for me. Laughter, tips and tricks, this is what I need. We're here to have fun, we're all in the zone. When crafting with friends, you're never alone.
Live from the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida, here is the Gifted Crafters Morning Show with Nancy.
Let's have a good time. Ooh, time to get our craft on. Ooh, time to have fun. Ooh, time to feel good.
Good morning, Gifted Crafters, and welcome back to the Gifted Crafters Morning Show. Good morning out there. We've got people that tune in from all over the place. And if this is something that you're into, which is quilting, crafting, sewing, anything under the crafting umbrella, we cover it here. So you're definitely in the right place. Let us know if you are here for the first time. Pop your name in the chat, say hello. We've got a really nice community that really will welcome you in, and we do all kinds of fun things together. We like to have a great time, have a few giggles in your day, and I think that if that's something that you like, you're in the right place. Why not get a couple giggles to start off your day, right? We like to do all kinds of shenanigans on this channel, so hope you guys enjoy that. So let's see who we have with us this morning. Okay, we've got Deborah from Albuquerque. I can't say that word. Albuquerque. Albuquerque, thank you, New Mexico. Having a hard time talking this morning. We've got Heather. Good morning. Oh boy, she says regulators mount up. I don't know what's going on out there. You guys have tons of fun with Mr. H. He's my hubby who is off to the side helping me with all of the graphics here. So if you don't have that chat turned on, you may want to take a look if you're watching the replay, because they do all kinds of fun things on the chat as well. All right, we've got our friends from Canada here. Good morning to you. We've got Sherry from Wisconsin. Oh my God, 5 below 0 this morning. Ooh. Dog turned into a popsicle in a hurry. Oh boy. We've got Nancy tuning in. Good morning. We've got Lori from Virginia. Yeah, chilly over there as well. We've got Robin's Quilt Basket. Cindy Ball. Good morning to you. JBL from Alabama. Cold Alabama. We've got Deborah Val from Northeast Ohio. We've got Lori from Western New York. We've got Doris. Good morning to you. Terry, who's here. Yeah, southern and cold and windy southern Ohio. Oh boy, I think everyone is just chilly this morning. Even us here from Florida. It's actually pretty cold here. It was, I think, 40 something, what was it, 40 something degrees. High is going to be, yeah, about 67 this morning. But we woke up and it was 46 degrees this morning. Starting to warm up already. But yeah, that was quite a chill. All righty, we've got Keisha from Tennessee. Good morning. We've got Lisa Lily from Richmond, Illinois. -20 with the windshield. Oh boy. Faker McFake, good morning to you. Oh my goodness. We've got Jenny Owens. Good morning. Melissa from East Texas. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? I'm not sure. Deborah from Northern Virginia. Sassy, good morning to you. Jackie Hallman, good morning to you. Barb, good morning. Oh boy, 6 degrees. Ouch. Joyce, good morning. Jaws Mom from Lake Ridge, Virginia. Sue Galvin, good morning to you. Scrapping Like a Lady, good morning to you. We've got Deborah, good morning. Gosh, and so many more. Not sure if I missed Joyce Adams, good morning. There's so many out there. Thank you guys all for tuning in this morning. I hope I really make your day and get it off to the right start. So hopefully, you guys enjoy that, because I really enjoy having you guys with me every morning. It's just really a lot of fun. Okay, so if you are new, you may not know this, but we start off every morning with our little toast. And I know I have my ice water here. And, I always start my day off with ice water, but I know you guys are just so cold. So I'm going to get you a hot beverage, okay? And definitely want to get you something and keep you nice and warm. So let's go ahead and grab a cup of whatever it is you have in the morning. Is no judgment here. It doesn't matter what it is. You can have hot chocolate, you can have coffee, tea, whatever it is. Go ahead and raise your glass, okay? Go ahead and raise your glass and raise it nice and high. And I'm going to wish you a nice, comfortable, warm, cozy day in your craft room, or at least just, have a little giggle in your day, okay? At least a few minutes of warmth. Raise it nice and high, and I hope you guys go ahead and grab your little swivel. There's your little cup there. It's going ahead and pouring away for you. Something nice and warm. So go ahead and grab your little swivel here, okay? Okay. Let's see, am I getting a little bit of noise on my mic here? Let me just check this. Is that sounding a little better? Okay, I think we're good. Alrighty, awesome. Okay, guys, let's see. We've got a lot to cover this morning, so there's tons of things going on, but I know you guys want your snacks and your things. But recap for what we're doing today, we've got the picket fence that we're putting together for the Quilter's Cottage Quilt. We are getting there, guys. We're down to the last couple of blocks and we're going to be done and ready to assemble this thing. It's a huge quilt, so I don't know if I'll be able to assemble it here. I think I'm going to have to lay it down somewhere on a dining room table or something, because this is a pretty large quilt. All right. Oh, Cindy's asking Mr. H, did you get some water? He actually had some coffee this morning.
Coffee.
He had coffee, yeah. Yeah, he had his nice cup of coffee in the morning. I'm not sure if he had his snack. He usually has like a little biscotti or something with it. But yeah, and I didn't have to get it for him this morning. He got it himself.
I'm a big boy now.
Yeah, he's a big boy today. He got the big boy pants on and got his coffee.
Did I stretch?
Did he stretch? I don't know. Did he stretch this morning?
Why? Why do I have to stretch?
I don't know why.
I mean, they're up to no good.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, there's tons of shenanigans that go on in the chat.
But I'm ready for you.
Yeah, he says he's ready. Okay, so again, we're going to do that picket fence, but I'm also going to do an unboxing today from the Fat Quarter Shop, because for the first time, I bought myself a little subscription box. And I think it's going to be fun to kind of see what's inside. I had never really gotten any subscription boxes before. I just got the specialty one that they do. So it's the Cupid box. Let me grab it. It's right over here. This is a limited edition 2026 Cupid box from the Fat Quarter Shop. And this is the first time that I actually got one of these boxes. So I'm excited about it, and it's a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be great sharing with you guys what comes in here. So let's kind of put this over to the side because we got to grab some snacks first. I'm sure you guys are a little bit hungry. Now you were talking about all kinds of snacks. So let's go roll out that food truck. Let's go grab some snacks, guys. We've got tons of stuff in there. And I think this morning they had some fresh donuts. So we'll have some nice hot donuts coming out there in the food truck. But you can grab anything you want. We've got coffee, tea, soda, water, cookies. We've got Danishes, croissants, and for the healthy folks out there, we've got the carrots and the kale. They're all out there. You can make your juicing. I think they had some strawberries in there as well. Yeah, and oh, we've got some friends that are gonna be joining us for some of those snacks. Yay! All righty. So guys, let's go ahead, and I think we're gonna try to do the unboxing first because that's just really a lot of fun. That way I can kind of get this out of the way, and then we're going to talk about the picket fence because there's a few challenges with that little picket fence, and I want to share some of that with you. Yeah, Robin, some donuts. Yeah, they were pretty good. They got some glazed ones in there. You love reveals with snacks. Yes. Isn't that the best? You got to have the snacks in your craft room, right? Always got to grab your drink and your snacks before you settle down to sew for the afternoon, right? Okay, and even for the morning, I guess, right? Okay, so like I said, this is the 2026 Cupid box from the Fat Quarter Shop. This is an exclusive box that they sell. They have, I think it's a total of 4 exclusive boxes that they do. So yeah. Oh, Lori says she got her box on Saturday. You won't be disappointed. Oh, awesome. So it's what I'm trying to do. Like I have a lot of quilting notions and things like that, but when I first started, they're not the best quality. I was really on a budget. So I'm hoping that these little subscription boxes will help to kind of develop and refine my little notions that I have out there. So we're upgrading, I hope, right? We're doing that with everything, with fabrics, with notions, with all of our things. Because now that it's, you know, when you first start out, you're just not sure. You don't want to spend a ton of money, you know, and so you start to grow your stash and you start to grow your notions and all of the things that you really love. And, you know, once you know that you really love the craft and this is something you will be doing, you want to really invest. And so that's where I am at that transformation stage where I am just kind of investing and trying to get really good tools. And, you know, some of the other stuff is actually really good too. I'm not going to just toss it. But, you know, there's something that I like to do to kind of like, now that I'm more vested, you know, I can spend just a little bit more for the things. And when you develop more and more knowledge, you really know what tools work for you and where you want to spend more money on. So everyone's a little bit different in terms of where their challenges are. And so you just have to figure out where your challenges are and what tools are available to help you. And then just kind of, you know, do a little investment on that. But this is just something that was just fun to do. So let's get right to it, shall we? All right, so 2026 Cupid box. We're going to go ahead and open it up. And, oh, cute. First thing it says, quilting is my love language. Oh, how adorable is that? And it's got a little, like a sleeve thing. It says 2026 limited edition Cupid box, Fat Quarter Shop exclusive. And on the back, it says, we love this deal for you. So yeah, spoiler alert, guys. I mean, everyone should be already getting their boxes, I guess, if they ordered it, because I got mine, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Friday afternoon sometime. So excited. Was it Friday? Yeah, I think it was on Friday that I received the box. So I was excited about that. Now on the back, they have a little deal. It says, get one free Fat Quarter Shop exclusive Olfa Coral 45mm ergonomic rotary cutter with a purchase of $60 or more. And that's pretty neat. You get a rotary cutter. if you spend $60 with the coupon that they give you behind this. So that's pretty neat. Already a savings right there. So I appreciate that. That's pretty cool. And then as we open this up, oh guys, this is pretty cool. We've got, oh, this, okay, talking about upgrading, right? This is a seam roller, and this is a Lori Holt seam roller. Look how nice and big and solid this is. Very nice. Big upgrade from my little one here. Yeah, let me put this in the desk cam so you guys can see it. Nice. It's the T-Rose Quick Press Seam Roller. We've talked about using a seam roller. I do have a smaller one of this, but this one is nice and solid and it's big. The quality is very good, and it's by Lori Holt, which is really nice. So yeah, happy with this. Very happy with this. That's very nice. We'll definitely be able to upgrade my stash with that one. Okay, what else do we have in here? Let's see what we got. So I see some pins. We've got some 30 heart pins. These are bohem, and you can see them here. Let me get them a little closer for you. Oh, how cute is that? Nice little pins there. They seem pretty long, which I like. These are great for when you are kind of pinning your seams and putting them on a diagonal. If they're nice and long, that would be great. So can always use pins. Pins are always good to have. So that's great. Okay, then let's see. Oh, we've got a little card here. Okay, the little card. Okay, it's basically, it looks like it's telling you everything you've got. You've got a fat quarter bundle. You've got a seam roller. You've got a table runner pattern. The red heart plastic head pins and a square ruler. Oh, okay. Let's see. This is a nice fat quarter. It's Riley Blake Designs. Very pretty. All kinds of colors. We'll open this in just a second. Let's see. Oh, here's that ruler. So this is this a 6-inch, 6.5? Yeah, this is a 6.5-inch ruler. So this is perfect to trim down your blocks. Let me put this over here. It's probably going to have a glare. Let's see, what can I put behind it here? Try putting this behind it. See if that helps. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Well, you can always, you know, girl can never have too many rulers, right? Very, very nice. Yeah, 6.5-inch. It's to trim down your blocks, which is really nice. I like that. Could have used that for this project too. I've already got one that I use, but this one is very pretty. Little flowers on it, very cute. And it's a Trim It ruler by Lori Holt again. Very nice, very cute. I like it so far. Okay. Then it seems like we have a pattern in here. Oh, look at the bottom of the box. Sew your heart out. How cute is that? That is cute. Okay, table runner pattern is called Full Hearts. Very nice. Oh, it can be a table runner or a door banner. So let's take a look at that one. There's what it looks like. Very, very nice. That looks like a fun little project. And let's see, it's 22.5 by 62.5. That would be really cute to have for Valentine's Day. I just very well may do this project. I could see this looking so cute on my mom's table, right? So tons and tons of fun there. Look at that. So we've got all the instructions. It's got some illustrations on there to help you along the way. And I think it's really cute. So I like this. I mean, the box, I think it's really nice. Have a little pattern. Let's take a look at some of the fabric that came with it. So I'm going to open this up. If I can find where it opens. Let's see. Oh, here we got some tape over here, I think. Wow, they really seal this up. I think I'm going to need a little bit of a scissor. Let me just grab that. That is really sealed. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here is what you get. Very nice. Let's take a look at some of these here. I'm going to kind of scoot these over so we can really see them. Okay, very nice floral in the very top. Love that. That looks great. Then we've got like a pinkish color to offset with that. Oh, how cute is this? It's got threads, rotary cutter. Very, very cute. That's a cute one. Oh, this is very, very pretty. Some red with some pink flowers on here. Very nice. Very pretty hearts that are drawn on here. Nice colored pink. We've got this darker pink here with the red hearts going around. This is a little bit of a directional one where we've got the little hearts going on here on a string. Nice. Pretty little hearts that look like little buttons. You know, if you can't see that, they have like little buttons looking. Little dots make them look like buttons. Those are cute. And of course, we've got that in a lighter pink here with the buttons. So cute. And of course, who doesn't love a little gingham, right? And that's it. That is the whole bundle here. Very, very cute. I like the colors. I love how they all kind of go together. And this would make a very pretty table runner. I think it looks really good. I'm pretty happy with this box. Let's see a little bit about here. It's called So in Love. It's a Riley Blake design by Dana Mogstad. Mogstad, I think is how you say her name. Let me show you the little tag here. There we go. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think this is a great little bundle here. I really love the seam roller. My goodness, what an upgrade. I really love this. This is going to be really nice. Yeah, you love the fabric. So do I. I think it's very pretty. And I think that's going to make an awesome table runner working with this design. Very, very cute. I can even picture some other things that I could make with that. But it could be a table runner or it could be a door banner. Measures 22.5 by 62.5. That's pretty long. And I think it's going to be just perfect for this. Oh, you adore the love language fabrics. I know. Isn't that so cute? I love that. But I think this is pretty neat. I love the way, you know, it's very well put together. We've got the pattern. You've got your fat quarter bundle here. You've got a seam roller. You've got some really, they're notions and they're things that you will really use. So I really like that. You like the straight pins? I use different ones to mark actions like stop. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, especially if you are making bags or something where you have to leave an opening before you can turn it inside out. Yeah, this would be a great way to do that. I knew you'd be happy with the box, Lori. Yeah, I am happy with it. I'm excited about this. You know, now I wonder why didn't I get this earlier? But that's okay. It's really neat. And the ruler, of course, very useful. Use this a lot. I can see myself using the seam roller a lot. Of course, the pins will be used and the patterns. is really amazing, and I will definitely use that fat quarter to make that pattern. I think that's so, so cute. You know, I think they do an excellent job in putting the box together. I thought what they picked out was really nice, and I'm definitely going to use some of these things, but I'm going to put them away for right now. But I will definitely be kind of putting this together as soon as we're done with today's live, so I can start organizing. And I definitely want to use this coupon and get my free 45mm rotary cutter. That's an awesome deal. So love that. Can upgrade my rotary cutter as well. So great job to the Fat Quarter Shop. I think they did a pretty good job on this Cupid box. Since I'm really excited about it, I'm very happy with what was in here. Oh, do we have a birthday?
We do.
Well, yes, we do. We have a birthday, Leanne Spencer. Well, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a fantastic birthday and you spend it with family and friends and doing something that you truly love to do, okay? Just spend it with some loved ones and do, you know, things that you just love. And, you know, birthdays are always special, no matter what age you are. Awesome. So have a very happy birthday. Awesome. Okay, so that was the unboxing that I wanted to do with you. Now let's talk about this picket fence, okay? Because this picket fence, you know, when you get to this particular block, it is quite large because it is going all the way across. So yeah, it is quite large here. Let's see here. I'm going to do this. Let me show you. I'm going to put some of this stuff away, and then I'm going to show you. Let me get this out of the way here. I'm going to show you here what it's going to look like. So when you look at the picket fence, it's going across the entire quilt. So this whole thing, we've already known we've got some big blocks on here, but the picket fence is going all the way across the entire width of the quilt. Now, the process of putting this particular block together is just straight sewing. Right sides together, straight sewing. There's no triangles, there's no curves, there's nothing like that. So you'd think it's just a very quick sew, and it's not that bad. However, it can be very challenging for someone who is not an experienced quilter, and I'll tell you why. Okay, let's break this down just a little bit here. So we've got, this is my design board with all of my cuts on here, okay? So you see here, I've got all of the cuts that we're gonna need for this picket fence. This is just the picket fence. And it's only 2 fabrics. You've got your background fabric that we've been using for other blocks as well, right? And then we have the picket fence. So I've picked this, it's a white on white that I've picked on here, and I've used this one before, and that's what is going to represent my picket fence, okay? So lots of little cuts here, all different sizes, okay? So when we look at the block itself is just putting all of these little pieces together and sewing them. And then just, you know, sewing them across and making that one long block. But what the tricky part is getting that accurate 1/4 inch seam and making sure that your cuts are as accurate as they can be. And one of the biggest things that you can do when you are making this block is to check yourself after every step. And I know that this can be so tedious, but for this particular block, you're definitely going to want to do that. Okay, here's why. As we start to build this block going across, at the end of your block, when you have put the entire block together, you're representing a fence. So we want to make this look like this is one long seamless row here of white, and then the same thing going across this way. And then the same, you want to line them up this way. Now, lining them up from top to bottom, that's going to be pretty easy because that's how you're sewing it, right? So you're sewing these little columns going across. But when you start putting the rows together, you need to line these up so that your white fabric is seamless going all the way across. And if you didn't do a good cut, if you didn't do the correct seam allowance, or if you didn't even pin it together when you were sewing it, you're going to be off and it's going to show on here. So although putting this block together and sewing it is not difficult, it's just straight sewing, but this is an opportunity for this particular block to make sure that your seams are at a 1/4 inch, to make sure that your cuts are accurate as can be, and that you're checking it in between, because you don't want to end up at the end of the block just to see that one of your blocks are completely off. So those are some tips that I found when I was starting to put this block together. It's done in multiple steps, but they're pretty much the same as you go along, and I'll show you what I mean. But before that, let me just take a step back, because we did finish the block from last week and I didn't get a chance to show that one to you. So I want to show it to you because I thought it was just such a beautiful block. And if you recall, the name of this particular block that we were doing, let me see if I can grab the name. This was called the Cottage Star block, and we were doing that one together, and then we kind of ran out of time. So I said I would finish it, and I did finish it over the weekend, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so here it is, and I think she's just so beautiful. I really fell in love with this block. I thought she came out absolutely gorgeous. And I think that this will be a perfect block if you want to repeat this block multiple times and just use this for a little girl's like twin bed cover. Like, just beautiful. I think it's just so gorgeous. I love the colors that I selected, the fabrics that are going along together. I think it's just perfect, and I think this will really be a really nice little block to do for a little girl's room. I mean, how adorable is this? And I love that the blocks are just so big. You can just make just a few of these and you'll have the topper all done. Yeah, I think it is. I think they really is nice. Yeah, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I think this is a really beautiful block. It's got the two little pieces over here that we had to put for the, this kind of represents the little clothespins. So we've got the clothespins up here. But yeah, I thought, you know, it just came out so nice that when I finished it, it was kind of like, wow, it just made me want to make like a whole bunch of these and just do a quilt just on this block. Because I can imagine what I would do instead of doing the border, I would make this as a sashing, and I would make it at about at least 2 inches. That way I would, you know, have the sashing in between the other blocks, and I'd give that sashing all the way around. But yeah, I love the way this one came out. I thought it was just gorgeous. I was really, really happy with this, and I thought, you know, it just looks beautiful. So there is our little 9 patch that we worked on Friday, and I added it to all the other pieces here, and it just, you know, came out amazing. I really loved it. I was so proud of myself. Yay! So this one was what we did over the weekend. We started it on Friday with the 9 patch, and I finished it up and assembled it over the weekend. So very nice on that. And then we came over to our little picket fence, and here is kind of the first one that I started to kind of put together here. And you can see I struggled a little bit with this. Did have to take out the seam rippers a couple of times, but more or less I was pretty happy with the result this is, you know, I had to kind of get the feel for it. And as I was going through the book, and let me just try to find that page. As I was going through the book, I did all of my cuts that were required. And when I was looking at the instructions, it's really just making sure that your seam allowances are going in the right direction, right? But it is just straight stitching on here. But like I said, the most important piece on here is for you to make sure that after you stitch every single little piece, check your seam allowance, grab your ruler and check your seam allowance to make sure you are at that 1/4 inch seam, and make any adjustments if you need to. But one thing that I like to do was kind of just take my little ruler and just line up and make sure that my bottom of my little squares here, my background fabric, making sure that they line up going all the way across. So if you have a long ruler, you can just kind of lay it down there. But that's what I did, and I think that kind of helped out. I also took a little pencil. You can take a little marking pen and just mark where those pieces are, so that when you start to do the next row, it will line up as well. And the problem is that you have this piece of fabric that goes right in the middle here. And this piece of fabric won't let you line it up because you've got to put that piece of fabric in between. So what I did was kind of just take a ruler and I kind of measured where it needs to be, and I made a little mark on the side here, so that when I started to kind of put this together, with my mark being there on the side, and it's just like little tiny tick marks, nothing major, those little tick marks allowed me to then line up my squares to make sure that I was aligning in the same order. Because you can easily just be off just 1/8 of an inch and it'll start to kind of, you know, compound the error, right? So at the end, if it continues to compound, your fence won't look straight. It'll kind of be a little bit off a little bit. So you have to really be careful. This is one of those blocks you really got to pay attention to make sure that you are lining up all of your squares together and checking in between each and every one of those stitches. So let me kind of stick this over to the side here, because we've got that. I also have, this was the other block. I think I've shared it with you guys. This was the other block that we did. Let me just open this one as well on here. Okay, and here's where the little clothespins are. So this is this block. You see how really huge these blocks are. I think that they're pretty cool that they're so big. And this one came out really nice as well. So, you know, we've got, these are going to be some blocks that are going to be hanging on a clothespin. And it's going to look really nice at the end. You'll see it here. Let me see if I can find that picture. One thing I do not, it's a little frustrating, is that on the book cover, it's kind of blocked by these things and I can't actually see the entire quilt, but there is a page inside here that kind of shows you it. So I keep having to refer back to this page here that kind of shows the entire layout. So you'll see them here on the bottom. They're kind of going to be laying out, and you're also going to need a little bit of rickrack to include here on that clothesline. So you see the blocks here have the little clotheslines here, and then there's a rickrack above that that we're going to be putting in, and that's going to be part of the finishing part here. So get yourself a little bit of rickrack that you're going to need there for that piece. And I think there's some rickrack up here on the top as well. So a little bit of some finishing things that you might want to add on, and then you can add on all kinds of other little things if you'd like as well. All right, I see the chat going on here.
They're picking on me.
Are they picking on you? Oh my goodness, what are they picking on you?
And they want me to press the button. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, he's got something for you guys. I don't know. You know, he just, you know, does all kinds of animations and things. So I don't know what to tell you guys. But I'm sure you guys having fun. Mr. Ace, did Nancy put a muzzle on you before the show started?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you guys.
Okay, fine. This is for Leanne.
This one's for Leanne. Okay, what's for Leanne?
I'm not going to play it fully.
Okay, what are you playing? I guess he's got an animation for you.
That's it. I'm not going to play more.
That's one of the little animations. Awesome. All right, so we've got these 2 blocks here again with the little clothesline, and then you're going to add some rickrack on the top of them as well. So just these itself, I mean, these blocks are just so huge, you know, so you can really tell this quilt is really going to be very big here. And I always forget what the finished size was on here, and I forget where I saw it. I did indicate that in the very beginning here, but I can't seem to find it right off the top of my head here. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Finished size 74.5 by 89 inches. That's pretty big. Yeah, pretty big quilt, but it's all fun, and you just have to break it down into little pieces, and you can definitely do this. And you can make things in between, like with this quilt block. I mean, just this block in itself can be a quilt. I mean, amazing. It's amazing. Very nice. Okay, so let's kind of set these off to the side here. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start working on that picket fence here. Let's see, here and here. Put all of these to the side. And here's that picket fence. And we've got all my cuts here. And I seem to have lost one of them here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me just kind of stick this underneath, because we've got all our pieces here along with all the extras. We had all these extras from that first block. You can definitely make something with that. Probably one of the pillows can be made from this as well. So these just need to be trimmed down, but these are extras that we have. We've got our cobblestones, we've got our trees here, and then we have our little happy flowers here in the back here. So all of this seems to be going together nicely, and we'll kind of put this, and then I'll put this right on top. Okay, so let's get to the picket fence here. Okay, now I've already assembled the outer left picket fence. So I did that first part, and that's the one that I just showed you here. Let me grab that back out. Okay, so again, using your ruler, and I have a long one here and I can kind of show you. You'll want to kind of take this and look at all of your squares. And I know I've got a lot of stuff here, but you're pretty much just going to look at this to make sure that they all line up here in the end. Okay, you want to make sure all of this lines up. Do the same thing here, same thing on the top, and same thing here. That's where you're going to start to catch yourself here. Oh, Nancy still hasn't told us where her pretty blue top was purchased. My pretty blue, oh, my top, where did I get this top? I don't even remember where I got this top. Where did I get this top? I don't remember, honestly. Sorry. Could have been TJ Maxx, Ross, probably one of those. Yeah. Oh, you know, go shopping with my mom, and you know, you got to pick something up. Yeah, it was probably like TJ Maxx or Ross or something. Yeah. You know, she loves those stores. So we like to kind of just shop and browse, and if I see something, I'll pick it up. She goes to Kohl's a lot too. Those are like really the local stores around her area. Oh, speaking of my mom, this weekend, we were taking a look because it was a little kind of cool out and a little bit rainy, so we don't like to travel and venture out too much when it's that kind of a weather, just to kind of avoid her getting sick. But she's got her mango tree in the back. And do we have a picture of the mango tree we can show them? You didn't. Okay, well, I put it on our Facebook group. Let me see. Can I bring it up on my phone? I can probably bring it up on my phone and show it to you guys. Okay, let's do that. Check out her mango tree, which I thought was like, oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, hold on. There we go. Can you see that? It's got a bit of a glare. But yeah. Very, very nice. We've got her mango tree all full of flowers. So she's going to have a ton of mangoes this year. So yeah, that's her mango tree. And I was really excited to see that it is blooming so much. I think it's a little bit of that cold weather that made the flowers kind of bloom just probably a little early. So I was excited about that because, you know, she loves her mangoes, and that was a mango tree that we helped plant between my mom, my dad, my husband, and me. We all kind of planted that little mango tree. It's a dwarf mango, so it will not grow any taller than it is right now, which keeps it nice and low, and you can go ahead and pick all your mangoes, and it's not a huge tree. Because there's all kinds of different variations of mango trees. And this one is the dwarf, so it will stay nice and little. And my dad helped plant that tree, so it makes me really happy to see it all the time. And to just know that, you know, it's got, you know, all these mangoes. So it's a little bit of a special tree. Yeah, so it is nice. Yeah, the tree is beautiful, and it's just blooming everywhere. So stay tuned. I will take more pictures as the mangoes start to appear on there. So excited about that. All right. Yeah, you love mangoes? Yeah. Well, she's going to have a ton of them. I don't know how she's going to eat all those mangoes. She's going to have to start giving them away because it's definitely going to be a lot of mangoes there. Yeah, my dad is looking down on you all. Yeah, I think, you know, it's really nice that I know he helped, you know, to plant that together. I have some pictures of us planting it, and it was a lot of fun. I remember that day. And we had a great time. So very, very special little tree for us there. Okay, we're not here to talk about trees. Let's talk about quilting, right? Okay, so as I said, checking that every single step is definitely really important. So I'm going to move over to the inner left picket fence, and that unit will measure only 7.5 by 10. So it's a smaller subset that then will be added on to your first piece, which is the outer left picket fence. Now this one measures at about 8.5 by 20.5. So pretty large, but you're going to add even more to it. So kind of once you get that block ready, just kind of put it over to the side, and then you can start focusing on the inner one. Now you're going to grab your fabric N, which is one of the fence pieces here. And you're going to also then do a couple of other pieces that you're going to need. So we're going to need fabric B. You can grab one of those, kind of put that one down. You're going to need Q. So we're going to need one of these fence pieces. You're going to need D, which is a little bit of the background piece. Here we go. And you want to turn these in whatever direction they need to be. We'll see. And then you're going to need Q and then I. So we'll grab those. Q and I. Grab a bottom one here. Okay. All righty, so all of these pieces here are what's required here. So I'm not sure exactly. Yep, B is going to be oriented this way. So we want to just double check. You've got Q, you've got D, you've got Q again, and you've got I. So Lots going on here, but you're eating away 1/4 inches seam allowances as you go. So, that seems pretty tall to me. So I will double check this to make sure it's oriented the right side. I kind of want to do it this way, but no, the picture's telling me it needs to be this way. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, I see what's wrong. This is M, not N. Okay. Wrong side. Okay. Wrong letter there, right? So let's grab fabric M, which is pretty much a longer piece. There we go. Make sure you're grabbing the right letters, guys. Okay, so here's M. Yeah, this is more like it. Okay, and then with the seam allowances getting eaten up here, this will start to come down. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to double check all of my cuts to see if everything is in the correct cut, right? So here is fabric M, and M was 2 inches by 10 inches. So I'm just going to have this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 inches by 2 inches. So I'm good here. And I will just double check and see, is there anything that needs to be trimmed off? Is there anything that is looking a little bit off? Because it will make a difference when you're putting this together. Okay, so fabric B, I'm looking at 2.5 by 3.5. And so I'm lining this up. That looks good. Same with all my other pieces. Going ahead and just checking them to make sure I've got the right cuts, okay? I'm not going to give you guys all of the cuts, but I will let you know. So here, let's see, for fabric, which one is this one? Q. Q, Q, Q. Okay, yeah, that's correct. And you want to make sure you're orientating this the correct way too. So here, that looks good. Here as well. And then checking the last one also. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the cuts. I'm making sure they're oriented in the right order. And now it's just straight stitching them, guys. Straight stitching them all together here. So I've already kind of positioned them the way they need to be. And now I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch seam on each side and then stack them against this afterwards and start to build the fence. And as I build it, I'm checking them every single time. So we've only got about 5 minutes here, so we'll see how much I can get done here. So I'm going to grab Miss Molly over here and turn her on. And we're going to try to put these together. Now, if you have the extension table, this is the time to use it, because the extension table really does help when you're picking up your pieces, and you may have them all ready to go by the time you bring it to your machine. That piece could have shifted just slightly, and it'll be just enough to make a difference on your little piece right here. So I try to kind of do it right here while I'm at the machine. I do have an extension table, but it's just too big for me to be able to kind of do this with the camera. So I'm just going to kind of wing it this way. And I want to make sure that I am lined up all the way across here. This is key. You want to make sure that this point right here is lined up, and you're going to bring that 1/4 inch seam right there. So make sure that that's nice and lined up. Then come on over to your machine and you're going to line up. I've got my diagonal seam tape to help me. Some people have that little magnet seam that you can put here. That helps as well. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you will stay at that 1/4 inch, because this particular block will really help you with that. Okay. Uh-oh, push the button. Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you, Heather, for the super chat. All right, let's go with it. Now, in terms of the speed on here, you want to kind of slow it down, making sure that you're at that 1/4 inch. Now, I've done my 1/4 inch, okay? Looks great to me, but now I will take my ruler, and I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm gonna look, because although it looks right, it could be off. And so I'm gonna take my ruler here, and can you guys see that? Let me move it. So there is my seam line. And when I line it up, it lines up perfectly. Now I'm just not looking at this one part. I'm making sure that from this end all the way to the other end, I am at that 1/4 inch seam. Because there can be times that you are sewing and you start off on a 1/4 inch seam, and then for some reason you do this. And let's say it's off by just that bit. Well, that little bit will compound over and over again because you are building on this block. So any little mistake will compound over itself. So you want to make sure that you definitely get that on that 1/4 seam. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to kind of take with you as you're building this block. Make sure that you're checking your seam allowances with your ruler, because that error that you make can continue to compound and you will start to see it on your block as you move forward. So I'm going to continue sewing these out. I will show you the result for tomorrow, and we'll continue to kind of work on more on this quilt. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this.
This is for Leanne, and this is for the trio.
This is for Leanne and the trio. Uh-oh. Mr. H's got something for you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where he comes up with this, guys. I just don't understand. I don't understand, guys. He's got his own thing going on. I think he needs his own channel. Just to kind of go on with all the shenanigans that he does. But guys, I hope you really enjoyed. I hope I got a little giggle in your morning this morning, or at least if Mr. H did. Thank you guys all for tuning in this morning. I appreciate you coming in and spending your morning with me. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to be crafting with you soon. Bye, everyone.
Liked my crafting style. Hope I left you with a smile. By now, keep your mind and space clutter free. Hope your day is bright as can be. So long, my friends, till we craft once again. Bye now, stay crafting. See you tomorrow. So long, my friends, till we craft once again.